guys, so in this video, I'm going to be going over Superman and Lois 111, which aired Tuesday night. I know this wasn't right after the episode aired. It's like 2 days after, but yeah, this is probably when I'm going to be doing Superman and Lois review. Started Wednesday night, so I just didn't have time last night to do it. So yeah. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button down below, subscribe if you're new. Also, go check out my Flash review. It's almost at 100 views. It'd be really cool if you can get it to 100. If you've seen the episode, of course. And if you haven't seen this episode of Superman and Lois, click off now because this is spoilers, obviously, and enjoy the rest of the video. So, this episode, I really love this episode, and it's not that I haven't loved the other Superman and Lois episodes. It's just that when I do my Flash reviews, I do them during Superman and Lois episode because they're back to back. So I sometimes miss parts of the episodes I didn't want to do a review over just half the episode, but thanks to people uploading clips about it, I was able to see the beginning, because I was doing my review a little bit during the episode of Flash, so I was able to see a majority of it, and then I saw the beginning on YouTube from people uploading clips of it, so that's why I'm doing this review. Now, Superman and Lois comes back July 13th, I might do some makeup reviews. By that I mean doing past episode reviews to get up to 113. Or 112. I'm doing 111 now, obviously, so 102 through 110. If you want me to do reviews on those, or just a big video going over all those episodes, let me know in the comments if you want me to do that. But I truly did enjoy this episode. I like that we are still getting origin stories of Clark, because it is different, and I like how I especially connected to the pilot. I mean, I think we got at least 2-3 scenes from the pilot that were, actually, yeah, 3 or 4 scenes from the pilot that were in this episode. I think that's a good thing that they're doing. I mean, it really does tie in to Superman in general. At least Superman on Earth Prime, and how he's changed so much from pre-crisis to post-crisis, and I overall love this episode. Seeing Tyler and Elizabeth, who play Clark and Lois, Superman and Clark, and whatever Lois, they are amazing as those two characters, and there's so much good tension between them two that makes the show and every episode so good whenever they're in the same scene together. And seeing the background between Clark and Lois, and seeing Clark evolve to become Superman. I think the writers did an amazing job. Todd Helping, who's the executive producer, is doing an amazing job as well with the show. But yeah, and also it was a good way that they did it, having Edge, or I'm forgetting his real name, but you know who I'm talking about if you watch the show. He ended up putting Clark in like a simulation in his own mind, and Edge could see it. And Clark's visions were his origin story, were meeting Lois getting pregnant, having the 2 boys, and then Superman becoming Superman, Clark finding the Fortress of Solitude, which is really cool that we saw that with the crystal that literally made the fortress. And we also, I think, saw that with Edge, Clark's brother. So I think that was also a cool thing to put in as well. And also to see basically Jor-El, hologram Jor-El, basically training Superman to use his powers correctly. I think that was a really cool scene that they put in. Now it did go to Lana and her current husband. I think it was probably married or engaged, but it does seem like Clark left Smallville after his dad passed. I don't think they did that in Smallville, but they're doing it in this show, it seems like, where Clark left Smallville after his dad had a heart attack and died, and then went to Metropolis, it seems like, probably, I'd assume. And then, or trying to figure out who he really is, I guess. And then he was basically at the fortress, it seemed like, for a majority of that time period. Just using his powers, learning how to use them, and becoming the world's champion, as he said. So that was, again, this whole episode was very good. I think the first, 30 minutes were amazing. And then the back half really just backed that up even more. Seeing, the journey that Clark went on. Like, we know his father had a heart attack. We know his mom died in the present. But just seeing that timeline in between then. Seeing that timeline where Clark met Lois. And how they fell in love. How, their wedding went. Or honeymoon. And Lois getting pregnant. How, Jor-El helped Clark. All that. I think that was really necessary for the show to do good. And they checked off every single box, even more, for Superman's origin story than I think anyone was ever expecting. Like, this is the show that brought back the Arrowverse for me. And it really is the best show, not just in the Arrowverse, but I think it's the best show ever written in the history of television. I truly believe that, because, like I said, Tyler and Elizabeth are literally meant for Clark and Lois. If I cannot see another actor as Clark and Lois. They are just so amazing on screen together, and I think it really works well. But, getting off topic again, but, Clark went back to find his purpose and become Superman and all that. But before he left, he wanted to go find Lana, and he ended up seeing him and her husband, in front of a movie theater, and he realized that she moved on and he needs to as well. So he became Superman and went to Metropolis and all that, to be the world's champion, to be the world's savior. And I think, again, that's a key thing to Superman's story. You don't see that anywhere else. Maybe in Smallville you would have seen a little bit of that, but I think with the storyline that they're going now with Clark and Lois, is really something that's never been seen before. I mean, obviously there were Easter eggs to different shows in the past, or even a radio station I heard earlier. All these things related to Superman have been Easter egged in this show. And I overall think the writers are doing an amazing job. So, yeah. Now, like I said, Superman and Lois comes back July 13th. It'll kick off right where 111 ended, pretty much. Where it looks like Superman's turned evil. Lois calls John. Now, speaking of John, Diggle will be in 112, which comes back July 13th. So that's definitely going to be an episode to watch. I'm interested to see if John will, help Clark in some way. Maybe help him. If he is turned, maybe he'll turn back. But I do think we're going to be seeing Steel again. Later, when Lois said John, it was actually Don Diggle. I wouldn't be surprised. Because he is in the episode. Maybe it's not the way we're getting to. But I do think we're set to see Steel again, aka John, or whatever the hell his name is, helping Superman stop Edge and his merry band of whatever the hell is going on there. So that's definitely going to be interesting to see. But yeah, so this show overall is amazing, but we do have 3 episodes left, 12, 13, 14, and 15, 4 episodes left, yeah, I know they're filming the finale now. The reason why it's pushed back to July 13th was because of COVID restrictions, and they had a COVID issue on set, so they had to push it back. And why are they pushing it back a month, roughly? Because it takes a lot of time to edit the show and all the effects. So I'd rather have it pushed back a month or so for the finale to be really amazing than to have the next 3 episodes, take 2 weeks off, come back for one finale. I think this is a very good breaking point in the show to where we see Superman more than likely turning evil, and then you're just left on the cliffhanger for a month. That's better than it being 2 episodes, an episode before the finale, and the finale being pushed back to like over a month. Like, as much as I know some people are ticked off about that, I think this is a good breaking point for the show, just so people who want to catch up can, and all that. So look at it that way. This means the finale is probably going to be the best finale you've ever seen. I really am excited for this finale. Do you remember season 2 is coming? Superman and Lois was renewed for season 2, which is very exciting. And there should be crossovers next year, hopefully. I know there will be one on Flash, at least for 5 episodes, so the first 5 episodes of Flash season 8 will be crossover related. Fingers crossed, Flash, Superman and Lois crossover. Hopefully Supergirl as well. I know the show's going to be done by then, but they can always bring Kara back. At least for 1 episode. Fingers crossed Oliver probably won't happen, but, you know, Oliver always said he would be fine to come back for 1 Flash episode or something. So I wouldn't be surprised if they brought those characters back into the Flash. Would be nice, but, you know, can't get what we all want, right? But yeah, I'm very excited for the next couple weeks of Superman and Lois, or episodes, I should say. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button down below, subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching, thanks for the support. Have a good day, have a good night, whatever time it is for you. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.